Hi, brothers and sisters out there. I am here to make video about addiction. I want to speak about addiction and how I used to be in addiction of gambling and also some other addiction, but the stronghold for nearly 5 years. I had addiction of gambling was introduced to me through some worldly friends, since I was also in worldly type of lifestyle. Worldly mean people who don't know God. And through this all addiction, I started gambling in slot machines. I started with very small amount like cents, and it went to pennies, and it went to, I live in Europe, so I start with 5 cents to 10 cents to 20 cents to 40 cents to 50 cents. That was my maximum. I lose a lot of money. I gamble much that I became addicted for 5 good years. And I gamble nearly all my last money. I became pathological gambler, where I was completely addicted. I could not control myself. And in this all gambling, I also was under personal issue. Therefore, I will gamble and try to escape it with other ways, or exchange it maybe with alcohol. On top of that, I was smoking. So when I was gambling, also I would smoke much. I would smoke double if I was not gambling. That means if I am in casino, I can smoke nearly 2 packets of cigarettes. And I gambled nearly 5 years. So in reality, I lose a lot of money. If I can account it, it must be around 30,000 euro. It was a lot because I was bringing all my money to the casino, different casinos. Sometimes I would spend 24 hours in casino without going home on weekends. And I became so addicted that I would be jumping, asking myself, when will I reach to the casino to gamble? And these bells of casino start ringing into my ears. I became so addicted that there was no hope for me. And cigarettes also. So I would spend my money for gambling that I don't have even cigarettes. And then I would start begging for cigarettes. The only thing I'm grateful up to now is that this gambling it was, yes, pathological, very bad one, but it did not reach where I have to do something to prostitute myself in that moment, either to gamble. For that, I thank God, because that is only what was left. That is what was left that I was supposed then to do, because it was too much. And in top of that, I was with children also. So, and then out of that, the same gambling, I became a borrower. I start borrowing money to some people, and I'll go and gamble this money. And of course, I didn't have any support system. I wanted to go to psychology, according to the other fellow gambler told me they was going to psychology, but in the end they will return there in 1 year or 2 years and tell me they tried, it did not work. They are back to the gambling. So it was too much. The gambling became too much, became problem, became too much. And there was no other way out of this gambling. So in the end, after trying all to remove myself from gambling, I'll make break of 2-3 months. In the end, I'll return myself back to the gambling again. And I was only gambling slot machine. I never go to casino to play casino balls or something like that. No, only slot machine. I became that addicted that I would gamble in my own mobile or my own computer online for free. Just slot machines. Nothing much. These games which are free games, that is what I was gambling. That is where I lose nearly 30,000 euros with gambling slot machines. And this became very big problem in my life, that I had to do some things which I'm not proud of. I don't want to go to the details. And out of that, I finally became into my senses. End of it, I managed to be set free with God. I ran back to the church and look for God's help, not for human help, God help. I told the people in church what I wanted them to pray for me for. It was gambling, and I was also being attacked by demons. And I was prayed on, and then that was October 2009. That was November 2016. I went to the church looking for God to help me. And since that day up to now, I am set free from gambling addiction. I am set free from drugs, from cigarettes, which I was smoking. And I'm set free from all addiction, including alcohol. Now I am a newborn Christian. So, because in my gambling experience time, the fellow gamblers like me who was pathological addicted like me, they went to psychology and they returned back. They say don't help. So I did not go to psychology to look for help. I don't know, psychology may work with you, but for me, I went to Jesus. And since then, now it's going 2 years and some months. No, since then it's going 2 years and a half. 2.5 years nearly. I am set free. I never gamble again. I never smoke cigarettes again. I never drink again. I am set free from gambling addiction. So gambling addiction is just as worse as cocaine addiction. It's just as worse as heroin addiction or crack addiction. I never took these things, but I am a witness. It's the same thing, because if you are not careful, you can reach where you can do a lot of things for that money. You can reach where you can completely give up all you have for gambling addiction, because when the gambler gamble, their hope is that they will get their money back. And in the reality is this: the casino owner is the one who becomes richer. The people who gamble there, they don't become richer. Once they give you money, once you win, you will return their money. That thing, they work with witchcraft. I speak now as point of view as a Christian. There is a gambling demon of gambling. Once they give you their money, even if you go and you win 5,000, you return that money in due time. If it's not the same casino, in other casino in the world, because you want the same experience. That is the way Satan hooks humans. So this video has nothing much to do with God, but I want to tell you, if you are suffering, if you come across my video and you are suffering from any gambling addiction, the only place where you can find true freedom is in Jesus Christ. If you go back to Jesus Christ looking for his help, serious and not wanting to use him, saying that I want you to set me free from gambling, if you run serious looking for him, he will set you free from that addiction. But only Jesus can set you free, and once and for all. Because psychology, they will help you for some hours, but you will return back again. Because, as I said, gambling have strong demon which have strong powers. Me, I was pathological gambler, and now 2.5 years I am free. And never think about it, never want to gamble, never will gamble again, never will step my 2 feet in casino. Since then, I have tried to tell, I believe, if I'm not wrong, 3 to 4 people, 2 of them in slot machine, out in some food kiosk, not in casino, and 2 of them just on the street. So I have tried to tell some people how they can be set free, and that is through Jesus Christ. There's nobody else can set you free except Jesus. Gambling is worse than cocaine. It's addicting the same way. If you want to understand more about this, I want you to research according to doctors or psychology. Research one video on YouTube which is called Understanding Understanding Joy, or look for documentary about gamblers on BBC. Research it on YouTube and you will see that many have tried. They did not manage, but there are some video of some Christians who they have overcome gambling through Jesus' power and the power of God. But self, you can't manage it. Gambling is taking stronghold just like someone who is addicted with drugs. Then you will be addicted with gambling. And it's very hard to come out. Very hard. More people have lost a lot. Some of them have been put in prison out of stealing money from their company, from their job, bank managers, any type of people who work in high offices. They have stolen money from their company and go and gamble. Many of them are in prison telling the story. I'm not telling you something which I made up. Research it for yourself and you'll see that many are in prison for stealing money out of their company to go to gamble, wishing to get the money back which they have already lose. So I'm just here to tell you that if you have gambling addiction, try Jesus Christ. And if you need me to help you with any question you have about gambling, you can leave comment on my video and I will answer it to you. So it's just small help and I hope you help anybody else out there. Okay, bye-bye.